Today we're going to have a little look at one of the most widely used and versatile pitch tools in the industry, which is Melodyne. For me, I find it especially useful if you're a musician, for example, as one major difference it has over other plugins is its own separate edit window, as you can see here, which has the advantage of being able to make fine adjustments to individual musical notes without being held back by technical work. Now, as you can see, we've got this vocal example here, and one first thing we have to do before we can do anything else in Melodyne is to transfer the source audio into Melodyne, which can be done by clicking this transfer button here and then playing it like so.
You always had an eye for things that glittered, though I was far from being made of gold. Don't know how, but I scraped up the money. I just never could quite tell you no.
So the moment I stopped, what it's done here is it's put the waveforms on the piano roll editor according to where the pitches are. And what you can actually do here is just basically drag the pitches up and down like so if you want to change them. If you want to perform a simple note-by-note pitch correction, what you can do is select this button up here, which will put it into edit pitch mode, and it immediately places these rectangular MIDI notes or whatever they are onto the piano roll editor according to where Melodyne thinks the nearest pitch is. And you can just go through and click them according to, and it will put the waveform immediately right on top of the note and correct it like that. Or if you want to do them all at once, you select all, select correct, and you click OK. But that's not what we want to do. We only want to correct one or two notes. So one thing we're going to do is go through and adjust them in a little bit. There's also this other tool up here for adjusting the modulation, and that's, and if in case you'd wondered what all these squiggly lines for, they are the modulation, and you can move it about like so, and that is ideal if you wouldn't normally want to do that, but it's ideal if there's so much modulation that it's actually masking the pitch of the original note. But anyway, I'll play it for you just so you can get an idea of what effect it has on the sound.
You always had an eye for things that glittered.
Yeah, that's basically what it does. Yeah, so you know that it will turn it down like so. There's this other tool up here, which is the formatting tool, and it will place these notes on top of the waveforms, and what they do, they don't represent the base fundamental frequency of the note, but rather the harmonics. And what I think is pretty good here, you can actually move the harmonics separately from the fundamental frequency. And what this does, it makes it sound either squeakier or more growlier, or so you can choose it according to your vocal style. I'll just play it so you can hear how it sounds.
You always had an eye for things that glitter.
Now, obviously, you wouldn't use it to that extreme length. You might use it subtly, maybe by a couple of semitones, but that's it. And yeah, that's what I find. That's one of the many things you can do with auto-tune. Now, of course, there's so many other things you can do with auto-tune, such as exporting the pitches as MIDI and quantizing the quantizing. But that's basically the key things you can do. For me, I find that Melodyne does have its advantages over auto-tune in that you can make very fine adjustments to individual notes, but that does have the problem of being more time-consuming, and especially if you're working with a song and working within a limited time frame, then auto-tune would probably be the way to go.